nice warm bed. You just remember what your old past said. Boy, you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got trouble, and I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together, see it through, 'cause you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Some other folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, big and stronger too, baby, but none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you, boy, and as the years go by, a friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Fort Myers. It is our mission to love, grow, and serve for and with our community, and to be friends. One of the greatest strengths of our Unitarian Universalist faith is that it places love at the center of our shared values. That love is the power that brings us together. We welcome you to join our community of people who love on our own terms, express gender in our own ways, and are a range of sizes and abilities. Here, we strive to share all of our ethnic backgrounds. We ask no questions about your origins or status, and we respect each other's pronouns. We celebrate our differences as we do our similarities. At UUCFM, we practice community as a verb. We draw upon the dynamic aspect of community, emphasizing the actions of engaging with each other and building cooperation. We engage in participation rather than showing up as a static group. Here, we are called to radical hospitality for all, and practicing community in this way means that we embrace our whole selves. Here, our shared values weave us into a community that makes us greater than we are individually. I am Andrea Joy, and it is my pleasure to be your worship associate this morning, working with our minister, Rev Arthur Jones III. Creating beautiful music for us today are our music director, John Dalton, our organist, Jeff Letts, our violinist, Leslie Peterson, and our small but mighty choir. Providing sound, lights, and Zoom are our amazing tech team who make this hybrid service, blending live and Zoom attendance possible. Thank you all for your hard work and dedication. If you are attending by Zoom, I am pleased that you are able to join us in the virtual. A reminder to our Zoom family to please remain muted and refrain from using the chat unless asked to do so.
I am Rev Arthur Jones, minister here at UUCFM. Grand Rising, greetings and peace be with you. I am serving alongside Worship Associate Andrea Joy this morning. Thank you, Andrea. We confirm and affirm August as National Black Business Month as well as Family Fun Month. I gently but sincerely ask each and every one of our regular attendees, regular congregants, to please invite one person to attend UUCFM. One person, not 5, not 10, one. Ask them to attend in person, just once. Ask him or her to either meet you here or offer to bring them here with you. And if you bring somebody, give me their name before worship service begins, and I will personally thank them from this pulpit during call to worship. I am very pleased to see Suzette and Jai. Good to see you again. Thank you for being here. And I've got my guest here right behind me. Good morning. It's good to see you. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you, everybody, in advance for helping me out with this recruitment effort. If you are physically present today, welcome home. If you are virtually present today, welcome home. Welcome to UUCFM, where everybody is somebody very, very special. Anybody is welcomed, and nobody is ever forgotten or ignored. Having said that, it's time once more for the passing of the peace. Look at your neighbor, to your left, to your right. Take a hand, give a high five, bear hug somebody. Show your love. Make a new friend. Warmly greet an old friend. You have 4 minutes. Go forth and congregate. Go, go, go.
Hi, everybody. Leslie, Linda, Marja, Michael, Nancy, Priscilla, and David. I thought you were here too. Hi, Diane.
Bye.
So rarely get to see you or talk to you.
It's nice to be here. And we can see Margie Coldy today.
Yes, Margie is here all the time. Hi, Margie.
I had a tire warning on my dashboard, so I had to turn around and go home and get online.
Oh, what's it? Your tire pressure sensor?
Something like that. My husband's up trying to figure it out. But
Yeah, sometimes the problem's the tire pressure sensor itself rather than the tire. I hope
yeah,
that's
but I
your
didn't want to
issue.
risk it.
Yeah. It's the big,
Last time I saw Margie, she was an orange blob.
an orange blob.
Yep. I have an orange tape that I put over my camera.
Oh, okay. That turns you into an orange blob or blob. I see that. I can see how that would be. How are you all? Good. Ian?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Nice. I'm glad.
On the right side of the sod.
Margie, have you moved yet?
Oh God, never. As long as I got a husband that's, moves on, as the kids say, a geological time frame. The geologists would appreciate nothing much is
I know
happening.
what that means, Margie. I was going to get
And
a
how's Nancy?
geophysics. I'm sorry, who was that?
So how is Nancy?
Yeah, how are you, Nancy?
She's silent.
Uh-huh. Well, okay. And Michael Welch, I don't know you. Well, anyways, there are a bunch of people here on Zoom, which is always kind of cool. Video gallery.
I have trouble working this.
Oh, there you are.
We can see you.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm afraid to touch the machine because it won't work.
Well, I have another person here with me, depending on how you look at the word person, this being a furry feline. And so my video is off.
Good morning, Kat. This is David Holton. I want to
Hi,
thank you for
Dee.
running the session this morning.
Hi, David.
Hi, everybody.
It's important to me that we all have a chance to.
We all have so much fun with that it's always hard to make sure everybody's sitting in. Kalajuban's prophet said of friendship, "Your friend is your needs answered. He is your field which you sow with love and reap with thanksgiving, and he is your board and fireside. For you come to him with your hunger, and you seek him for peace." In the spirit of the friendship that we share with each other, let us say our covenant together as we light our chalice. Love is the spirit of this congregation, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
Now it's time for a story for all ages. This week's episode is entitled Michaela and the Cuban Sun. Michaela and the Cuban Sun. Michaela stood on the sun-washed streets of Santiago de Cuba, the humid 1974 air carrying the scent of guava and sea salt. At 32 years of age, she had learned to move through life with quiet strength, her Afro-Caribbean roots braided into every choice she made. But even strength can feel thin on certain days. That morning, she sat outside her small apartment staring at a broken radio, the one thing that had always filled her evenings with music. She sighed. feeling the weight of loneliness settle in her chest. Her neighbor, Camilla, appeared at the gate with her usual confident stride. "You look like you're about to wrestle that radio into submission," she teased, dropping a basket of plantains at Michaela's feet. Michaela laughed, the tension easing. "It's silly. I just miss the music." Camilla didn't answer. Instead, she picked up the radio, examined it, and said, "Give me an hour." True to her word, Camilla returned not only with the radio repaired, but with 2 cups of sweet Cuban coffee. I see you, Andy. They sat together as the familiar crackle of the dial gave way to a soft bolero. Michaela felt warmth rise in her chest, something deeper than gratitude. In a world that often demands resilience, friendship is the gentlest rebellion. It reminded Michaela she didn't have to carry everything alone. Here's the moral. True friendship is the quiet force that restores us, proof that even in the hardest seasons, we're never meant to stand alone. Thank you for your time and attention. Now we prepare for what we call here at UUCFM our centering. Centering is when we take ourselves out of the hustle and bustle of this life. We forget about our to-do list. We forget about errands we have yet to run, our grocery list, the people we have to meet, the things we have to do. And we take time to bask in the here and now, in blissful silence, and in the joy and the unity of the community. As we prepare, please close your eyes if you wish. Take deep healing breaths, imagining that you are inhaling joy, peace, and love, and exhaling fear, stress, and doubts. Try it for now to clear your mind. Let my voice guide you, but do not allow my voice to distract you. Be still. Be silent. Get comfortable. Allow your body to relax. Take deep breaths in, and as you exhale, feel yourself arriving in this moment. There is nowhere else to be and nothing else to do, at least for now. Next, you will hear 2 minutes of a guided meditation broadcast vibrating at 133 hertz, featuring Tibetan singing bowls and healing bells, channeling through our speakers. 3 minutes, bliss, inner peace, and spiritual freedom and energetic focus will commence now. on back. Come on back. Gently return to the present, to the here, and to the now. Please open your eyes. As you gradually get reacclimated, feel the energy permeating your major chakra points, all 7 of them. The crown, the third eye, throat, the heart, solar plexus, sacral, and the root. Feel the expansion and rotation of all your minor chakra points throughout your body. Know that you are seen, that you are heard, you are acknowledged, you are loved, and most importantly, you are safe. Held by the peace and purpose of our own community, our own congregation. Thank you, everyone. Now we transition out of centering into our stones of intention. And if you're visiting with us, if you're new, you may not know exactly what that means. Let me explain to you briefly. It's very simple. In these 3 baskets, 1, 2, 3, you will find them filled with stones in different states. Some are polished, some are in their natural state. They're rough, they're untumbled. Some are polished, some are painted, like this one. It's very cool. In just a moment, all of us will get up, we'll come down the 3 aisles, 1, 2, 3. And we will file down to the front here at the base of the stage. And feel free to take stones, 1 or more, from the basket. Fill it with your intention, your positive intention, love, peace, unity, togetherness. Hold that stone to your heart. Fill it with your intention. And then when you're done filling it with your positive intention, you will place it right here in this receptacle. 1, 2, 3, 3 receptacles with the candle in the center. You will place it in the sand. And I like to sprinkle a little sand on top so the stone will feel more at home. That's just me. The universe needs your positivity. The world needs your positivity. This city, this county, this community needs your positivity. So please come forth at this time. Don't be shy. The stones are right here. Share your positivity for the greatest good. Normally, I don't share what intention I put into the stones. That's the point. But I'm going to deviate from that personal rule of mine because I think this instance is worthy. For those of you that do not know, I'm from a city called Thomasville, Georgia, just north of Tallahassee, Florida, roughly 7 hours away. This past Thursday, something happened for the third time in the 200-year history of my hometown of Thomasville. A street was named after an African-American person. And that African-American person is my mother, Dr. Hazel T. Jones. I love my hometown. It's an imperfect place, and it has a very checkered history, particularly as it relates to race. But in this regard, I'm very happy and very pleased that this honor happened while my mother is still alive, and that she could see it and be present and appreciate it. So this stone is with gratitude to the Mayor's Office of Thomasville City Council, the Board of Commissioners of Thomas County, as well as the Thomasville City School Board. Sermon time. Well, howdy. How do y'all do? I felt like saying howdy because you have a friend in me from Toy Story. And as I was placing my stones, I noticed that I'm carrying a Toy Story bottled water. And that's totally unintentional, so I guess the divine has a big sense of humor. During last Sunday morning sermon, I theorized that it's probably easier for someone to find a significant other than to find a new friend. I then proceeded to back up that theory with statistics and other anecdotal evidence. I mentioned the loneliness epidemic we Americans find ourselves entrenched in. But America also finds herself in the gravitational pull of two other epidemics simultaneously: an indifference epidemic and a cruelty epidemic based on perceived grievances. American exceptionalism was long considered to be a noble trait of ours, a source of national pride unique to Americans. As it turns out, American exceptionalism is much more of a weakness than a strength, because we Americans all too often reveal ourselves to be selfish, entitled, and feckless. If you doubt that, think about the last time a thunderstorm knocked out your cable signal for longer than 5 minutes. Gentlemen, especially while you were watching the game. We have been conditioned individually and collectively to think almost exclusively about our own good, not the greater good. To focus on winning, even if that means everyone else losing. To find ways to acquire power so that we can use that power to force other people to do things our way, instead of the right way, or even the most efficient way, even the best way. In the midst of a dog-eat-dog world, smack dab in the middle of an eye-for-an-eye environment, there is very little room for vulnerability, for candidness, for genuine friendship. This cannot stand. These conditions are untenable. I promised you last Sunday that I would resume precisely where I stopped then on this Sunday. It's time to fulfill that promise. So today's sermon is entitled Friendship Academy 101 Part 2. Friendship Academy 101, Part 2. I have 3 more bullet points for your edification this morning. First point, are you a subscriber to mentorship as it relates to establishing and maintaining a friendship in the 21st century? The answer to that question should be yes. Mentorship is defined as a dynamic, trusting partnership where a more experienced individual, the mentor, guides and supports a less experienced person, the mentee. The key phrase there is dynamic, trusting relationship. Within the context of friendship, your goal then should be the establishing and maintaining of a friendship with peers in your life who are good followers, good listeners, and independent thinkers who carry themselves as true professionals. As these friends recognize the value of teaching others, they should also want to teach you some things while learning things from you at the same time. They ought to want to see you advance. They ought to want to give back to the community in general and to young people within that community in particular. There are reasons why mentorship is so prevalent in academia, the military, in corporate America, and throughout all sectors of our civilization. Only someone who cares about you and your future will seek to mentor you. Only someone well on his or her way towards building a proud legacy would seek to serve as a mentor. Mentorship is very similar to friendship in those regards. Mentorship necessitates frequent interaction, the declaration of commonalities, and an acknowledgement of shared interests between mentor and mentee, between peer to peer, and between friend to friend. Business ventures, charities, nonprofit organizations, fraternities, and sororities are all born this way. If knowledge is indeed power, think of friendship as a power plant. Second point, are you an active participant in discipleship in your modern friendship? The answer to that question should be an enthusiastic yes. Simply stated, discipleship is defined as the lifelong process of following, learning from, and aligning one's life to principles, virtues, and values. Discipleship requires you to deeply believe in something, ideally something good and decent. Once you commit to that belief, then you also commit to 3 primary components in this life: people, love, and service to people and love. Within the context of friendship, your discipleship goal should be first, the establishing and maintaining of a relationship with peers who love life, who love people, and seek to be of service to others within the community. You should actively seek out thinkers, doers, prophets, dreamers, teachers, preachers, and fundamentally good people, regardless of their age, or race, or title, or educational background. You should find yourself in the company of people who make you feel better about yourself, feel better about the community in which we live and work and play, and feel better about the world at large. Discipleship can be a revelatory portion of a meaningful connection. A soul friend will bring you and your friendship the vital components of honesty, fellowship, and accountability. A soul friend will check you verbally if and when your actions and your words fall out of alignment with your own virtues and values. Your soul friend will know you well enough to discern when to speak and when not to speak during your time of trouble. A soul friend is always, always a phone call, a text message, or an email away, regardless of the geographic distance between the two of you. Have you ever met someone somewhere for the first time and within a very short period of time felt in your heart, your mind, and your spirit that you've always known that person you just met? If you can recall those intense feelings of mutual love, mutual recognition, and mutual safety, that's what a soul friend is. It's okay if your soul friend doesn't see the world precisely as you do, whether rich, small. Your soul friend can have a very different diet than you, very different political leanings than you, and may come from a rather different social location or childhood than the one you experienced. none of that has to adversely affect your friendship. In fact, sometimes your differences may be the genesis of vast growth and development between the two of you. What do you believe? Why does it matter to you? Who can be of service to you, and to what extent? Your answers to those three questions determines what and who you are an active disciple of. Discipleship calls for a serious investment of time, talent, and treasure in one's own spiritual discipline and practice. The transformation that follows not only benefits the disciple, but also the entire world potentially. But one person can certainly bring about profound change. Think of friendship as choosing your own adventure. That brings me to my third and final point. Are you a practitioner of craftsmanship in your friendships, relationships, and in life? The proper answer to this query is a resounding yes. Craftsmanship is defined as meaning the skill, artistry, and meticulous care a maker employs to produce something high quality, functional, or beautiful. Craftsmanship balances technique and utility, standing in precision, and deep material knowledge and pride in one's work. Anything precious or of high quality should be cherished and protected. Within the context of friendship, your craftsmanship goal should be establishing and maintaining a relationship with peers in your life who are industrious, prone to critical thinking, and ready, willing, and able to learn new concepts as it relates to culture and community. They ought to be open to unlearning some things that don't serve you or anyone else. They ought to be open to relearning things in ways that will help them evolve mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And hopefully they will share those things relearned with you and with others for the greatest good of all. Craftsmanship can be a thoroughly enriching part of a meaningful connection. A good friend will often think about the foundation upon which your friendship with him or her is based and seek to keep that foundation strong and level without cracks or disruptions. A good friend will find ways to convey what that friendship with you means to him or her in ways that are organic and candid. If you're saying I love you to your friend is somehow uncomfortable, or vice versa, a craftsman-like solution would be for the two of you to find alternate ways of saying those three words. For example, one of you might say, hey man, I'm really glad we're friends. Or perhaps, you're my day one. Whatever you need, I got you. For those of you unaware, that's how young people say I love you. Especially one black man to another black man without actually saying those three words. And of course, there are countless ways of showing your good friend how invaluable he or she is to you, such as taking him or her out for a meal, your treat, just because. No birthday, anniversary, or special occasion necessary. You can offer your good friend a gift or token of your respect, again, for no reason. Or you can show up physically to support him or her in an event your good friend is sponsoring or participating in. As a personal observation, gentlemen, hugs between two men should not be exclusive to athletes celebrating a victory, musicians winning an award, or celebrities greeting each other at a black tie event. I say that from experience. I joyfully hug men every Sunday in the Northex, not as an athlete, not as a musician, and not as a celebrity. I'm definitely not a celebrity. We need to unlearn the dim-witted societal norm that states that there is something wrong with a man hugging another man. If these friendly bits of advice from me don't seem to fit you, your friend, or your friendship, that's cool. Use your craftsmanship spirit. Find your own ways to strengthen your friendship verbally. Find ways to keep your friendship on solid ground through actions and interactions. And if by chance you cannot find an existing way, make a way. Create a way. Use that big brain of yours with precision. Don't forget to take pride in what you say and what you do for your friend, and vice versa. The deeper the friendship, the more real you can be with your friend. The more real you can be with your friend, the deeper your friendship can be and will be. As with the vast majority of things in this world, craftsmanship demands practice. It requires thinking, planning, and taking action. Craftsmanship is all about using skill and artistry and meticulousness to engineer a friendship that is built to last, yes, but also about having a connection that you can both be proud of. Something that will sustain you both, hopefully for a very long time. So think of friendship as life support. The good news is this. Despite the American trilogy exemplified by the loneliness epidemic, the indifference epidemic, and the cruelty epidemic, there are still many ways for anyone to effectively establish a meaningful friendship with someone else. Please be intentional about using the ships, craftsmanship, discipleship, and mentorship to accomplish that most worthy goal. You need that. I need that. We need that in this congregation, this community, this city, this county, this state, this region, this nation, this society, this hemisphere, and this planet. As I previously mentioned last week, I am going to launch a new ministry on the art of making friends. Friendship Academy just won't be a sermon series. Hopefully, it will be an entry point to friendships and working relationships among people who have yet to meet, yet to get to know, and yet to bond with. That is, of course, the intended set of goals. Let me conclude part 2 of this sermon this way. If I'm your friend, you might be as right as rain at night or as wrong as 4 left feet. Whichever the case may be, as long as I breathe, you are never, ever alone. No matter what, you've got a friend in me. Ashe, shalom, blessed be.
As Unitarian Universalists, our shared values put love at the center of everything we do. At UUCFM, it is our policy of love to share our offerings with designated community sharing partners. Each of those sharing partners serves special communities. This month, our cash sharing partner is Reset. As part of their vision statement, Reset reminds us, as human beings, we are the only species on Earth responsible for choosing a way of life that does not honor our sacred order of nature. It is our great work in the 21st century and our prime interbeing responsibility to be restoring Earth as our sacred ecological trust, RESET. reset. We create this all-encompassing trust as a legacy to all our future generations. We do so with the hope and expectation that we are acting in time that allows the earth to rebound and thrive once again with a human presence. As part of our loving expression of generosity, you can determine where you would like your funds to serve by indicating it on your check or envelope or in the drop-down menu if you are donating electronically. All loose funds in the collection will be donated to our sharing partner, Reset. If you don't already have an envelope and you wish to show support for UUCFM directly, envelopes can be found at the end of your pews. Unmarked envelopes are designated for UUCFM. Loose dollars and change to our sharing partner. As your gifts are given in generosity, they are received with great gratitude.
Thank you, oh, whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. But I know
That was beautiful. It's one of my favorite songs. Thanks. And let us say our words of gratitude together. By the work of our hands and the work of our hearts, our love is made real. May we be grateful for all that is given and grateful for all that is shared. Khalil Gibran's prophet continued, and in the sweetness of friendship, let there be laughter and the sharing of pleasures. For in the dew of little things, the heart finds its morning and is refreshed. Let us leave this morning refreshed and with friendship in our hearts and share our promise to one another as we extinguish the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
We are very near the end of service, but I do have a couple of words of gratitude. I would like to thank those who will be joining me at the Broward Transitional Facility down in Pompano Beach. What's happening at that facility? That facility is Pompano Beach's answer to Alligator Alcatraz. The vast majority of people being held there have committed no crimes, do not have police records, are law-abiding, tax-paying, God-fearing citizens who happen to be in the wrong place in the wrong colored skin at the wrong time. And that is why they're being held. And they are being denied their universal rights, their human rights, and their civil rights. Their families cannot see them, and they are often denied due process, denied their day in court, and denied even the ability to meet with their lawyers. We're going there for a peaceful protest today to stand against what is called the 287G agreements. And those agreements deputize local sheriff's deputies and police officers into being de facto ICE agents. Every minute they're rounding up people and arresting them and detaining them without cause is a minute they are not serving or protecting us as citizens. They are not doing their jobs. And so we will be going down there and praying and chanting and singing in protest of these policies. I'm happy to say it will be heavily Unitarians and Quakers. There will be other congregations from other faith traditions, but mostly Unitarians. And so I will be leading that prayer vigil today. As I led some of the prayer vigils over at Alligator Alcatraz, it will be a long day, but God knows it is worth it. I also would like to shout out words of gratitude to our frequent attendee, Ingrid, who is not here today. She fully intended on going with me today. She recently blew out her knee. She tore her ACL, her MCL, and her PCL. And she was going anyway. She just had surgery a week before last, and she is not ready to go for that. And she cannot bear weight, but she was going anyway because it was important. Her doctors prevailed upon her Friday night not to go, and thankfully she's listening. So Ingrid, I love you. You'll be there in spirit. I got it. You relax, you heal, you recover. We'll take care of it. So thank you to all of those parties, and thank you for listening to me. That's all I have. I give it back to Andrea.
Thank you, Rev. And a few words of announcements. Another way UUCFM shows our commitment to generosity is through our monthly non-cash sharing partner. The Gulf Coast Humane Society is this month's partner, and they are a private, nonprofit, 501c3 animal welfare organization dedicated to serving the animals and community of Southwest Florida. As a no-kill shelter, Gulf Coast Humane Society is committed to providing compassionate care for unwanted, neglected, and abandoned animals. Their mission is to give every animal the second chance they deserve in a safe and loving environment. UUCFM donations make a direct difference in the lives of the animals at Gulf Coast Humane Society. Every item provides essential care, including food, bedding, toys, cleaning supplies, and enrichment. And as an alternative way of contributing, consider volunteering your time to the shelter. In the spirit of friendship, we ask you to join us for coffee and conversation after service in Hobart Hall. Today's coffee is hosted by CUPS, the Covenant of Unitarian Universalist Pagans. Connect with friends old and new as you enjoy yummy snacks and coffee. To your right as you leave the sanctuary. There is also a social justice table in Hobart Hall. It's an info table with social justice information about our various community sharing partners, as well as our t-shirts for sale so that when you go to one of the protests or rallies, we can all be identified. I would also like to encourage you to peruse our Freedom to Read library, open every Sunday following service. It's located at the end of our offices to the left as you exit. Discover our great contemporary collection of books on a variety of DEI topics, and some banned books also. Next Sunday, August 16th, is Potluck Sunday. Bring something delicious to share. If you are unable to bring something next weekend, don't worry, there's always plenty to go around, but the more offerings offer more variety. We encourage you to check your order of worship program and keep your eyes peeled for our emailed newsletters for more information about events and news so you can stay on top of the topics. After Rev and I leave the sanctuary, please get up and greet your neighbors, make connections in lasting friendship. Blessed be.